The Department of Homeland Security has taken action against foreign workers who apply for visas from Haiti. Interesting. What's even more interesting is what they state about Haitian foreign workers and how clearly it's a lie, and I'll tell you how. Now, the Department of Homeland Security removed Haiti from a list of countries whose citizens are permitted to apply for low-skilled work visas. The H-2A visa is for agriculture, and the H-2B is for non-agricultural seasonal work in places such as resorts. Now, why is it that the Department of Homeland Security is specifically singling out Haiti? What is it about Haiti that makes them think, we don't want them applying for these workers? Well, DHS cited high levels of fraud and abuse from Haitians who use the program, as well as high rate of overstaying the terms. Now, it's important to keep in mind that there isn't this prevalence of Haitians coming into the United States and overstaying their visas. In fact, just a few dozen immigrants from Haiti use H-2A and H-2B visas each year.
Oh my God, what a flood of immigrants, a couple of dozen. Oh, that seems like a real problem we should address right away.
So, there was really terrible reporting on this story. I'm just gonna flat out say it, because every single article that I read about this story just quoted what the Department of Homeland Security said and left it at that. That wasn't good enough for me. I want to know what the numbers are. I want to know which countries overstay their workers' visas, which countries overstay their visas, period. Have there been studies into that, and what are the numbers? Well, interestingly enough, the Department of Homeland Security released a report early last year, actually mid last year, in May of 2017, and the numbers are from 2016. So I looked at the Haitian overstay rate, and it's at 3.86%. Again, this is specifically for 2016. And then I compared that number to other countries on the list, and I found that there are plenty of other countries that are much higher in their overstay rate. So for instance, Afghanistan is at 13.71%, Albania is at 4.43%, Armenia is at 4.24%, Belarus 3.71%, Bhutan is at 25.13%. A bunch of countries. I mean, I can go on and on and on and on. Jordan, 5.97%.
So look, there's a couple of issues here, right? One is they're claiming, no, it's just a coincidence that we happen to pick Haiti after the president got all this heat for calling it a shithole, and for earlier saying everybody coming from Haiti has AIDS. So, but we were so concerned about the overstay problem. So one is a problem with the media, which they just reported as if it was fact. The administration claimed that their overstay rate was not 3 point something odd percent. They said it was 40%.
It's ridiculous.
They made that up. And in every article, it says 40%. Nobody fact checked them. It's the Trump administration. Fact check them, okay? So then it makes, and by the way, don't you want to have some context? Let's say that it was 40%. Well, what's Canada's rate? What's Taiwan's rate?
I'm glad you asked, Cenk, because Pew Research also did its own study, and the numbers that I'm about to show you are actually from 2015. So this is a little bit older, because the numbers that I had previously shared with you were from a DHS study from 2016. But let's take a look at what Pew Research found. So this is a graph indicating which countries are leading in overstays here in the United States. Now, Canada is at number 1. You'll see the numbers right there, 93,035. Mexico comes in second, Brazil, Germany, Italy, UK, Colombia, China, India, and Venezuela. Those are the top countries that have the overstays here in the United States. Now look, I'm not saying this because I want all these other countries to be punished and I want to leave Haiti alone. I'm just making this point because when the Department of Homeland Security says that they are targeting Haiti because of their overstay rate, it is a lie. This is retaliation following Trump's comments during that immigration meeting that he had with the Gang of Six. That is what this is all about.
Look, if they had at another times done an analysis and found out, oh, it turns out Afghanistan, Albania, and Haiti are at the top 3 countries that are overstaying, which is not the case as Anna showed you. But those are the top 3, so we're gonna go and make sure the Albanians, the Afghans, and the Haitians don't overstay. I'd say, okay, that's perfectly logical.
Of course,
right?
exactly, yeah.
Right, but they're not doing that. They picked Haiti even though they're not anywhere near the top of the list, because now racism isn't just a matter of talk. And that's what the excuse that a lot of conservatives say. Oh, the president's just doing rough talk. Now it isn't talk anymore, it's action. Now Haitians are being punished because of Donald Trump's racist views about them. If you want to get the whole Young Turks show every single day, become a member, tytnetwork.com/join. And once you do, you'll be saying,
you know, I'm like a smart person.
Or you might say,
I think it's weird.
Or you might say,
oops.
No, that won't be that one. It won't be that one. It'll be great, trust me. tytnetwork.com/join.